Terry take it first. Make it brief because we really discussed that already. But let's talk about, he asked a question about vision for a younger political leadership. So answer that question. Answer the job about jobs out there.
That's a great question because that does go about jobs out there. And it just says what the political policies are for the youth. Right now, if you look 4 years ago, there was out of the 27,000 people that voted. This is very, very important for the people in the municipal election. 27,000 people voted. Out of that, those that were 30 years old and under, there were only 182 voters that were 30 years old and under. So wake up, kids. Wake up, people. Parents, take your kids to the polls. Grandpas and grandmas, take your kids to the polls. Go through there and get that done. But you know what? You can't reinvent the wheel. We've got to work with the port. I have to work with and say, Mr. Lord, that's very true because the port is our home. 120 and 140 years worth.
Okay, very good. Let's go to the question of young political leadership. Those are some daring numbers that Mr. West has said about young people.
And I'm not, can't confirm those figures, but I'll tell you, I'm of the why generation. We want to know why. We want to participate. And if we don't get the answers that we need, we will mobilize. We live in a 21st century society. We have many means of getting our word and message out. Look what happened in Cairo. So as an up-and-coming new face in politics, we will hold our leadership accountable. And as your next city councilman, I expect you to hold me accountable as well.
What can we do, Frank, to inspire a new vision for young political leadership?
We have to incorporate them into the political process. And what we have to do is, you got African Americans sitting on just about every government body in this city. We have to put them in a training program, apprenticeship program, and allow them to come to city council meetings, allow them to come to state representative meetings, allow them to come to county commission meetings, incorporate them as part of your process. And as if you can make them as interns within your government body, and that will allow them to get inspired and want to be part of the process.
All right, very good. Let's go to the phone lines. It's hot up in here. Honest opinion, keeping it real, making it happen. We have in the studio with us Frank Reddy, candidate for District 5, and we have Mr. Harold Lloyd. He's a candidate for District 5 City Council, and we have Mr. Kerry West, a candidate for District 5 too. Welcome to the show. Honest opinion. What say you?
Good morning, and good morning to the panel. What a great, great show this morning. My questions, I have different questions for each panel guest. So I'm going to ask that each one write down the question, and I'm going to hang up. That way we can save time. You can respond once I ask the question. To Mr. Lloyd, the question would be, what have you done? Just single out one thing that you've done that has been a great accomplishment in the community. To Mr. Frank Reddy, outside of closing Jean Bar, can you tell me what else you have done in the community? To Mr. West, is it true what we read in the daily newspaper that you want to be the first open gay guy to serve on city council? We would like to clear that up to know if that was true or not. I'm sorry that Ms. Lynette Judd is not there. After reading the La Caseta on yesterday, the question in the La Caseta was asked of her, who did she admire most as a politician? She stated Rhonda Storm, according to the La Caseta. And I want to ask her, was she not aware of the history that Rhonda Storm has with the African American community? It is not a favorable one. Rhonda Storm was one of the ones that supported the rebel flag. She never did anything on that county seat that was very beneficial to this African American community. So I was really appalled and taken back that Ms. Judd would choose her over all of the excellent African American politicians that we have in office today. So I will, I'm sorry she's not there to clear that up.
We're going to give the panel guests a chance to ask.
Yes, I want everybody, I hope you wrote your questions down, and now have that. Thank you so much.
Maybe see her at another time in the future.
Welcome to Honest Opinion, keeping it real, making it happen.
Good morning, this is Mike from Tampa, Georgia. I know you let some people know, so I'm going to be as quickly as I can. Number one, I want to know what candidates would be courageous enough and innovative enough to challenge a city budget of about $787 million that spends most of the taxpayer dollars in defense, in police. Somebody said, I believe it was Harold and Lynette Jones, that they 55 is in the budget. As far as tax dollars are concerned, that's true to a certain degree, but we have not been overlooked when it comes to police spending. We spend the city spends most of the police money right here in District 5.
talking about police budget and balancing the budget between police. You heard the question. Harold, take it first.
Well, you know, the police department has the highest percentage of the overall city budget. Well over the overall budget is $787 million. We must do a greater job of community policing, in which the residents interact with the police and it's not an aggressive situation. So I'll meet with those in the District 3 headquarters and work on a remedy there.
Okay, go ahead, Carrie.
You know what? Real quick on this situation is this. We are lucky enough to have the crime going down this area. I've gone around 56 different places, 57 different locations, and talking to the different organizations. And guess what? 4 years ago, crime was a top issue. 4 years later, guess what? It's about jobs, and crime is down not toward the bottom, but it is an issue. But you know what? We have also, you have to look at tip dollars that have been put in the area out there for both enforcement officers for the area of District 5, and that's great, especially for East Tampa. So I mean, we have to look at the dollars that are being spent, but I'm not endorsed by the police and fire commission, the corporation, or the lobby. But I'll tell you what, we have to maintain it so we don't go to a Camden, New Jersey type style and lose the jobs of the people, the protection of the people we have in office right now.
But Frank,
I will review all city department budget and I'm going to go to Tampa City Council.
All right, very good. All right, now, what we're going to do now, we run out of time. You can see this hour go fast, and we didn't really